Good morning. Welcome to the Ark of the Covenant Ministry, reading through the Bible with Reverend Hill, starting with Genesis, chapter 31. And he heard the word of Laban's son, saying, Jacob hath taken away all that was our father's, and of that which was out our fathers hath he gotten all this glory. And Jacob beheld the countenance of Laban, and behold, it was not toward him as before. And the Lord said unto Jacob, Return unto the land of thy father, and to thy kingdom, and I will be with thee. And Jacob sent and called Rachel and Leah to the field unto his flock, and said unto them, I see your father's countenance, that it is not toward me as before, but the God of my fathers has been with me. And ye know that with all my prayer, my power, I have served your father, and your father has deceived me and changed my wages 10 times. But God suffered him not to hurt me. If he said thus, the speckled shall be thy wages, then all the cattle bear speckled. And if he said thus, the ringstreaker shall be the high, then bear all the cattle the ringstreaker. Then thus God has taken away the cattle of your father and given them to me. And it came to pass at the time that the cattle conceived, that I lifted up my eyes and saw in a dream, and beheld the rams which leaped upon the cattle were speckled, and grizzled. And the angel of God spake unto me in a dream, saying, Jacob. And I said, Here am I. And he said, Lift up now thy eyes, and see all the rams which leap upon the cattle are speckled, and grizzled. For I have seen all that Laban doeth unto thee. I am the God of Bethel, where then anointest the pillar, and where thou vow a vow unto me. Now arise, get thee out from this land, and return unto the land of thy kindred. And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is this yet any portion of inheritance for us in our father's house? Are we not counted of him strangers? For he hath sold us, and hath quite devoured also our money for all the riches which God has taken from our Father, that is ours and our children's. Now then, whatsoever God hath said unto thee, do. Then Jacob rose up and set his sons and his wives upon camels, and carried away all his cattle and all his goods which he had gotten, the cattle of his getting which he had gotten in Pandan Aram, for to go to Isaac his father in the land of Canaan. And Laban went to shear his sheep, and Rachel had stolen the images that were her father's. And Jacob stole away unawares to Laban the hearing, in that he told him not that he fled. So he fled with all that he had, and he rose up and passed over the river, and set his face toward Mount Gilead. And it was told Laban on the third day that Jacob was fled. And he told his brethren with him, and pursued after him 7 days' journey. And they overtook him in Mount Gilead. And God came to Laban the Syrian in a dream by night, and said unto him, Take heed, thou speak not to Jacob either good or bad. Then Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent the mount, and Laban with his brethren pitched in the mount of Gilead. And Laban said to Jacob, What hast thou done? Thou hast stolen away unaware to me, and carried away my daughters as captives, taken with the sword. Wherefore didst thou flee away secretly, and steal away from me, and didst not tell me, that I might have sent thee away with myrrh, with song, and tambourine, and with harp, and hast not suffered me to kiss my sons and my daughters? Thou hast not done foolishly in so doing. It is in the power of my hand to do you hurt. But the God of your father spake unto me yesternight, saying, Take thou heed that thou speak it not to Jacob either good or bad. And now thou, though thou wouldest needs be gone, because thou sore longest after thy father's house, yet wherefore hast thou stolen my gods? And Jacob answered and said to Laban, Because I was afraid, for I said, Peradventure thou wouldest take by force thy daughters from me. With whomsoever thou findest thy God, let him not live before our brethren. Discern thou what is thine with me, and take it to thee. For Jacob knew not that Rachel had stolen them. And Laban went into Jacob's tent, and into Leah's tent, and into two maidservants' tent, but he found them not. Then went he out of Leah's tent and entered into Rachel's tent. Now Rachel had taken the images and put them in the camel's furniture and sat upon them. And Laban searched all the tent, but found them not. And Leah said to her father, let it not displease my Lord that I cannot rise up before thee for the custom of women upon me. And he searched, but found not the images. And Jacob was wroth and chose with Laban. And Jacob answered and said to Laban, my sin that thou hast so hotly pursued after me, whereas thou hast searched all my stuff. What hast thou found of all thy household stuff? Set it here before me, brethren, and thy brethren, that thou may judge betwixt us both. This 20 years have I been with thee. Thy ewes and thy she goats have not cast their young, and thy rams of thy flock have I not eaten. That which was torn of beast I brought not unto thee. I bear the loss of it. Of my hand didst thou require it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. Thus I was in the day, the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from my eyes. Thus have I been 20 years in thy house. I served thee 14 years for thy two daughters, and 6 years for my cattle, and thou hast changed my wages 10 times, except the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac has been with me. Surely thou hadst set me away, now empty. God has seen my affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked thee yesternight. And Laban answered and said unto Jacob, these daughters are my daughters, and these children are my children, and these cattle are my cattle, and all that thou seest is mine. And what can I do this day unto these my daughters, or unto their children which they have borne? Now, therefore, come thou, let us make a covenant, I and thou, and let it be for a witness betwixt me and thee. And Jacob took a stone and set it up for a pillar. And Jacob said unto his brethren, gather stones. And they took stones and made a heap, and they did eat there upon the heap. And Laban called it Jigah, Sandal, but Jacob called it Galeed. And Laban said, this heap is witness between me and thee this day. Therefore was the name of it called Galeed. And Mizpah, for he said, the Lord watched between me and thee when we are absent one from another. If thou shalt afflict my daughters, or if thou shalt take Otherwise, beside my daughters, no man is with us. See God witness betwixt me and thee. And Laban said to Jacob, Behold the heap, and behold this pillar which I have cast betwixt me and thee. This heap be witness, and this pillar be witness, that I will not pass over this heap to thee, and that thou shalt not pass over this heap and this pillar unto me for harm. The God of Abraham and the God of Nahor, the God of their father, judge betwixt us. And Jacob sware by fear of his father Isaac. Then Jacob offered sacrifice upon the mount and called his brethren to eat bread, and they did eat bread and tarried all night in the mount. And early in the morning, Laban rose up and kissed his sons, his daughters, and blessed them. And Laban departed and returned unto his place. Genesis chapter 32. And Jacob went on his way, and the angels of the Lord met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, This is God's host. And he called the name of that place Mahalaim. And Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau, his brothers, unto the land of Seir, the country of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau. Thy servant Jacob said, Thus I have sojourned with Laban, and stayed there until now. And I have oxen and asses, flocks, and men servants and maid servants. And I have sent to tell my Lord that I may find grace in thy sight. And the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to thy brother Esau, and also he cometh to meet thee, and 400 men with him. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, and the flocks and herds and camels into two bands, and said, If Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape. And Jacob said, O God of my father Abraham, and God of my father Isaac, the Lord which saidest unto me, Return unto my country and to my kindred, and I will deal well with thee. I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and of all the truth which thou hast showed unto thy servant. For with my staff I pass over this Jordan, and now I am become too bad. Deliver me, I pray thee, from the hands of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he will come and smite me and the mother with the children. And thou saidest, I will surely do thee good, and make thy seed as the sands of the sea, which cannot be numbered for the multitude. And he lodged there with the same night, and took of that which came to his hand, and present for Esau his brother 200 she goats, and 20 he goats, 200 ewes, and 20 rams, 30 milch camels, and their coats, 40 kine, and 10 bulls, 20 she asses, and 10 foals. And he delivered there into the hand of his servants every drove by themselves, and said unto his servants, Pass over before me, and put a space betwixt drove and drove. And he commanded the foremost, saying, When Esau my brother meeteth thee, and asketh thee, saying, Whose art thou? And whither goest thou? And whose are these before thee? Then thou shalt say, They be thy servant Jacob's. It is a present sent unto my lord Esau. And behold, also he is behind us. And so commanded he the second and third, and all that follow the drove, saying, On this manner shall ye speak unto Esau when ye find him. And say ye moreover, Behold, thy servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the presence that goeth before me, and afterward I will see his face. Peradventure he will accept of me. So went the present over before him, and himself lodged that night in the company. And he rose up that night, and took his 2 wives, and his 2 women servants, and his 11 sons, and he passed over the ford Jabbok. And he took them and sent them over the brook, and sent over he had. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow or his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. And he said, Let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let thee go, except thou bless me. And he said unto him, What is thy name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, Thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince hast thou power with God and with men, and has prevailed. And Jacob asked him and said, Tell me, I pray thee, thy name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou doest ask after my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. And as he passed over Peniel, the sun rose upon him, and he halted upon his thigh. Therefore, the children of Israel eat not of the sinew which shrank, which is upon the hollow of the thigh, unto this day, because he touched the hollow of Jacob's thigh in the sinew that shrank. Genesis chapter 33. And Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came, and with him 400 men. And he divided the children unto Leah and unto Rachel, and unto the two handmaids. And he put the handmaids and them children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost. And he passed over before them, and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother. And Esau ran to meet him, and embraced him, and fell on his neck, and kissed him, and they wept. And he lifted up his eyes, and saw the woman and the children, and said, who are those with thee? And he said, the children which God hath graciously given thy servant. Then the handmaiden came near, they and their children, and they bowed themselves. And Leah also with her children came near, and bowed themselves. And after came Joseph near, and Rachel, and they bowed themselves. And he said, what meanest thou by all these droves which I met? And he said, these are to find grace in the sight of my Lord. And Esau said, I have enough, my brother. Keep that thou hast unto thyself. And Jacob said, nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thy sight, then receive my present at my hand. For therefore I have seen thy face, as though I have seen thy face of God, and thy was pleased with me. Take, I pray thee, my blessing that is brought to thee, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it. And he said, let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee. And he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds with young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly, according as the cattle that I goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord unto Seir. And Esau said, let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me. And he said, what needeth it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord. So Esau returned that day on the way unto Seir, and Jacob journeyed to Succoth, and built him an house, and made booths for his cattle. Therefore, the name of the place is called Succoth. And Jacob came to Shalem, a city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan. When he came from Pandan Aram at the hand of the children of Ham, Shechem father, for 100 pieces of money, and he erected there an altar and called it El Elohim Israel. Genesis chapter 36. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughter of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elah, the Hittite, and Alamanda, the daughter of Anna, the daughter of Zebana, and Hivite, and Bashamath, and Ishmaelas, the daughters of sister of Nabothah, and Adah bare to Esau Eliphaz, and Bashemath bare Reuel, and Ahalama bare Jehush, and Jahamal, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan. And Esau took his wives, and his sons, and his daughters, and all the persons of his house, and his cattle, and all his beasts, and all his substance, which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country for the face of the brother Jacob. For their riches were more than that they might dwell together, and the land wherein there were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir, Esau in Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau; Reuel, the son of the Bashemath, the wife of Esau. The son of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz. And Timon was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son. She bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Ada, Esau's wife, and these are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, and Zerah, and Shema, and Misa. These were the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife, and these were the sons of Aholamath, and the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zebeel, Esau's wife, and she bare Esau Jeshus, and Jalam, and Korah. These were dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn sons of Esau, Duke Teman, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, and Duke Kenaz, Duke Korah, Duke Getam, and Duke Elmlik. These are the Duke that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Ada, and these are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son, Duke Nahath, Duke Zerah, Duke Shammah, Duke Mizrah. These are the dukes that came of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Bashemath, Esau's wife, and these are the sons of Aholama, Esau's wife, Duke Jewish, Duke Jalam, Duke Korah. These were the dukes that came of Aholama, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Esau, who is Edom, and these are their dukes. These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land of Lotan, and Shobal, and Zebaim, and Anah, and Dishon, and Ezer, and Dishon. These are the dukes of the Horites, the children of Seir in the land of Edom, and the children of Lotan were Hori, and Hermon, and Lotan's sister was Timnah, and the children of the Shobal were these: Alvin, and Manhath, and Ebal, Shephol, and Onah. And these were all the children of Zebeon, both Alam and Anah. These was that Anon that found the mules in the wilderness as he fed the asses of the Zebul, his father. And the children of Anon were these: Dishon, and Anholama, the daughter of Anon. And these are the children of Dishon, Himdah, and Eshbon, and Ithran, and Cheran. The children of Izhar are these: Bilhan, and Zavan, and Achan. The children of Dishon, and these: Uz, and Aran. These are the dukes that came of the Horites, and Duke Lotan, and Duke Shalbal, Duke Zebon, and Duke Anah, Duke Dishon, Duke Izar, Duke Dishon. These are the dukes that came of Harim among their dukes in the land of Seir. And these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before there reigned any kings over the children of Israel. And Bela, the sons of Bor, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Dianabah. And Bela died, and Jabal, the son of Zerah, and Bozrah reigned instead. And Jobal died, and Husham of the land of Timnah reigned in his stead. And Husham died, and Hannah, the son of Badai, was smote in Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in the stead, and the name of his city was Avith. And Hodad died, and Samela of Mastrika reigned in his stead. And Samela died, and Saul of Remoboth by the river reigned in his stead. And Saul died of Baal Hanah, the son of Akbor, reigned in his stead. And Baal Hanah, the son of Akbor, died, and Handal reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Pure. And his wife's name was Metibol, the daughter of Metred, the daughter of Mezahel. And these are the names of the dukes that came of Esau according to their families, after their places, by their names: Dukes: Timnah, Duke Alva, Duke Jephs, Duke Alamon, Duke Elah, Duke Pinno, Duke Kenez, Duke Timon, Duke Mizar, Duke Mangold, Duke Aram. These are the dukes of Edom according to their habitations in the land of their possession. He is Esau, the father of the Edomites. Genesis 37. And Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Jacob, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren, and the lad was with the sons of Bilhah, and with the sons of Zephath, and his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto the father their evil report. Now Israel loved Joseph more than his children, because he was the son of his old age, and he made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw that his father loved him more than all the brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceable unto him. And Joseph dreamed the dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him the more. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you, this dream which I have dreamed. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field, and lo, my shear rose, and also stood upright. And behold, your shears stood round about, and made obsolence to my shear. And his brethren said to him, Shall thou indeed reign over us, or shalt thou indeed have dominion over us? And they hated him yet the more for his dreams and for his words. And he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, Behold, I have dreamed the dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and the 11 stars made obeisance to me. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him and said unto him, What is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren indeed come to bow down ourselves to thee to the earth? And his brethren envied him. But his father observed the same. And his brethren went to feed their father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said unto Joseph, Do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come, and I will send thee unto them. And he said to him, Here I am. And he said to him, Go, I pray thee. See whether it be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he sent him out on a veil of Himrah, and he came to Shechem, and a certain man found him. And behold, he was wandering in the field, and the man asked him, saying, What seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, They are departed hence, for I heard them say, Let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after his brethren, and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired again against him to slay him. And they said one to another, Behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now, therefore, let us slay him, and cast him into some pit, and we will say, Some evil beast has devoured him, and we shall see what will come of his dream. And Reuben heard it, and he delivered him out of their hand, and said, Let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto him, Shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hands upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands, to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass, when Joseph was come unto his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat of many colors that was on him, and they took him and cast him into the pit. And the pit was empty, there was no water in it, and they sat down to eat bread. And they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels, bearing spicery and balm and myrrh, going to carry it down to Egypt. And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hands be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. Then there passed by Midianites, merchants, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. And they brought Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit, and behold, Joseph was not in the pit. And he rent his clothes, and he returned unto the brethren, and said, The child is not, and whither shall I go? And they took Joseph's coat, and killed the kid of the goats, and dipped the coat in the blood. And they sent the coat of many colors, and they brought it to their father, and said, This have we found. Know now whether it be thy son's coat or no. And he knew it, and said, It is my son's coat. An evil beast has devoured him. Joseph is without doubt rent in pieces. And Jacob rent his clothes, and put sackcloth upon his loins, and mourned for his sons many days. And all his sons and all his daughters rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, For I will go down into the grave unto my son's mourning. Thus his father wept for him. And the Midianites sold him into Egypt unto Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, and captain of the guard. We're going to stop right there. And we thank you for the 1 hour reading of Reading Through the Bible with Reverend Will. Have a great day. Pray to see you at prayer at 12.